Yo, what is going on, boys, and welcome back to the channel once again today, where we are joining this first game. A few seconds in, we leaked a little bit of elixir, but we are going to be playing with one of the best decks in the game right now that is seeing a big resurgence with a new kind of upcoming of the Cannoneer, and this is going to be Giant Graveyard. Now, we do have a very interesting card you'll see in the background. We do have the Witch in here. Now, a lot of you guys that are kind of up higher on ladder probably realize, it's very rare you see the Witch in decks nowadays. The Witch has not been a great card for a long time, but it's back and it is better than ever with the just sudden more like just people wanting to use the Cannoneer again. I don't even think it got nerfed. I don't think it got buffed, or buffed. Obviously not nerfed. I don't think anything happened to it. People are just using it, and I respect it because the Cannoneer is a good card. It doesn't really fit my playstyle typically, but it definitely has its place, and it can be a very strong on defense. So we're going to be using that today and showing, hopefully we can play against the Cannoneer. It'd be kind of annoying if we don't play against it after me hyping this deck up against Cannoneer, but we're going to be showing against Princess Tower next. I'm sure, Princess Tower is the second most common now, behind Cannoneer, I believe, and then we just have the Dagger Duchess, which is... it's seen its day. The Dagger Duchess had its time. It had its chance and it fumbled it, and that's its problem. It messed up there. So let's go in for our arrows here. Take that out. Hopefully our Witch can stay alive here for a long time. I'm just going to go for the Giant in front just to keep it up, just to be that little bit more annoying. And we haven't even needed to use our graveyard yet, and we're already taking half his tower, probably more now. And that was a really bad snowball. I mean, that was a really bad snowball. And let's just ignore that, boys. Let's pretend that didn't happen. Oh wait, I have Cannoneer. I need to defend this. I was going to leave that. That would have been very bad, wouldn't it? Okay. I so nearly just left access. Like, yeah. I'm always, I typically always run Princess Tower, to be honest. So I'm not 100% used to these things. So I was just going to be like, yeah, that's fine. We don't need it. That's going to go lock onto that. That's mildly annoying. Okay, let's go for the snowball here, and then I'm going to go for my Witch, and I need to get the Witch in front here. Hopefully I can clean up. Nice. Okay, we take a little bit of damage there, but nothing too drastic for the time being. And this guy's really putting up a fight to me. He's making this a little bit more difficult than what it needs to be. So let's go in for our bomber. Going for the boulder here as well to clean that up. And my Wi-Fi is acting up. What's new there, boys? Anyone who's been around for a while, you'll know my Wi-Fi is our biggest issue here. But that's the way it is sometimes. So let me go in for my Giant here, and I need to get this tower down on this push, otherwise we are going to be in big trouble, and I think we can do that with the use of the graveyard. We should be able to hit that, but he has that Electro Spirit. Can we get... Right, we can't get in time. I thought we had it there, boys, but we can't. Okay, so we need to defend. This guy's going to go for his Giant now, any second, I would imagine. If I can get my Giant in first, I will be very happy, and we can. Okay, we get ours down. He goes hit for his way in the back. I'm not sure about that one, but he's done it nonetheless. If we go Snowball and Tower, and if we hit our arrows as well, I think that even might just take the tower down. It won't, but our Giant will, and that's going to be a really good game for game number 1. Let's go straight into the second game. And yes, guys, we are back for game 2 after a close game 1. That Giant v Giant matchup. Two slightly different decks. He's running the one with the Prince, which is also a very strong deck. We're running obviously this one, which I believe is better. Maybe we got a little bit lucky. Maybe it was just pure skill. Who'll know? Who knows? Not me. We just keep moving on and tell ourselves that it was skill, because that's how this works. So let's go for a Witch here in the back, and this guy's gonna be using Duchess, and maybe we might get one of all three today. And he seems to be playing probably some kind of weird 2.6 hog variation, I would imagine, but I'm going to be able to go for my Giant here in front of this and kind of do well. Going in for the Giant in front of the Witch is so strong. I think that's one of the things about the Witch, you never really, you don't see it much, but when you do, I think because people don't see it that often, it makes it one of these cards that's really just unnecessarily difficult to defend against. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes whenever it comes to cards that you don't see often, like the Witch, or lately I've been seeing a lot of what's that one called? The Cannon card. I've been seeing a lot of Cannon card, and I just don't know what to do against it. I think it's just because you literally never see it. So whenever you do, it's like, oh, hold on, what's this? But I don't know if that's just something that only I feel. But I don't know. I get confused by it sometimes. So anyways, let's go for a bomber here in the back and stop just waffling about nothing. And I'm gonna go for the bowler in front. Now we can get some nice value going here with this bowler. I'm actually gonna go for the bowler plus the graveyard here. And once the bowler gets across the bridge, we're going for the graveyard right about now. He's going for his bats, but we can get in with our bats on that. Just get some bat on bat action. But my graveyard should do some work here. Along with the bats, we're going to get a lot of value here. And He's not really putting up that much of a fight in return, so he's not going to have a massive counterattack or anything coming to get us. And all these goblins and the knights, so all that he does have, will get cleaned up nice and easily by my witch. And if anything, I have a bigger counterattack coming, so I can go in for my giant here in front of the witch and keep her alive and all her little skeletons for that much longer. And if that firecracker would die, that would be very, very ideal for me. We have to kind of go for drastic measures to get rid of it, but we got there in the end. So let's go for our bowler here on defense, and we're going to go for the evil bats as well, which should help clean this up. The bowler's going to take all them goblins out. That is wonderful to see, and I just need to get my giant going here before this jumps. No, what is that? Oh, we've got so unlucky there, boys. Luckily enough for him, our card does place a little bit late. It's just the life we live out here. But I think we should take this left tower while we're at it, and so hopefully it won't affect us too much. He goes in for a really bad goblin gang. It's going to give you, even if my tower did go down there, I think we would have had a perfect lineup. But, you know, that's not the most ideal way to end these games. So, going with my witch here on top of the firecracker. We want to get the firecracker down ASAP. I'm going to go for the snowball here on top of it just to make sure that it falls. And we do take a significant amount of damage. He goes in for his arrows. Okay, I'm happy enough with that. I was kind of going to try and rush an attack there, and just to keep my keep that all alive, but we didn't need to because he did go in for the arrows. So I'm going to go for my giant here, kind of just on defense. The defensive giant, you know, it's always going to be the meta. And let's go for the graveyard here once this giant crosses the bridge as well. What we can do is go for the snowball here onto the bats, try and keep the giant alive a little bit longer, but our graveyard isn't going to be able to do anything this time around, and we should be able to just clean this up with a bowler, I would hope. Yeah, if we just go bowler plus bomber, I think we clean this up pretty easily. Yeah, we should do that. Nice. We won't take any damage to the hog. That's quite big for us. And if we just get ready, we can go in for. I want this firecracker to fall right now, please. And that would be very ideal. I kind of get distracted by that and start leaking elixir. That's just me being slow. Okay, let's go for a witch here in the back and start prepping a massive attack here up this right lane. We need to try and take this win as best we can. So we're going to have to go for the arrows now. I didn't want to. I kind of wanted to save them for his goblin gang, but you know, we got to do what we got to do, boys. We'll go for the snowball on top of the goblin gang. Going to go for the evil bomber here too. Really just getting everything down, applying as much pressure as we possibly can. We're going to go for another giant here in the pocket, and we managed to pick up his what's it called, his firecracker with that. We're going for a bowler in the pocket, really just putting in as much tank cards as we can, and that's a win for game number 2, boys. Let's hop straight into the third. And we are back for game number 3 against ... from the Night Growlers clan. Pretty interesting name there. So, we aren't going to face a Cannoneer today, but you know how we do it, boys. We play 3 games, win, lose or draw, we show all 3, and I don't want to start messing around and playing until we just happen to get a Cannoneer or not. So we'll just play around with this. That's a really bad ability for him. He should have let that go. So we're going to be able to do a lot of damage here with our giant snowball, as well as our bats will clean everything up nice and easily. And what we can do actually here is go for the graveyard on this left side. He's going to invest his miner, which is going to be, I mean, it's going to get a little bit done, but it's not going to do enough, to be honest. And our bomber should do a little bit on this barb as well, so we don't even need to worry about that for now. The only thing we need to defend will be his musketeers, which, you know, with Cannoneer, I'm not sure how it interacts, but we're going to go for the giant here anyway to try and get that down. And I was going to go for my bats there, but I don't want to now because I just remembered, you know, he does have the balloon. We got to play this safe, boys. We cannot take any unnecessary damage in these matchups. Otherwise, we will have a long time to win this. So he's going to go for his mighty miner onto my giant, which is the best play. It'll clean up nice and easy for him. And now he makes it so I can't really go for my bats because he has a mighty miner. He hits a mighty miner ability, and I am out of here. So we're just going to have to keep it for now. His miner's going to keep him up too, which is even more annoying for us. Hopefully we can get that down soon. And we'll go for the bowler here in front of the witch. I'm not really sure what else to do, and that's kind of our only option there. So we'll go for that. I'm going to go for the arrows here to try and get this down. If we can keep our witch alive, this will be really ideal, which we can for now, but he's going to get taken down with the barb barrel. Pretty well played from him. So we're kind of on the back foot here, and this match is being unnecessarily difficult for us. Our biggest problem is this mighty miner, because we can't really invest the giant. We can't do anything else. It's a difficult one. Mighty Mire kind of counters this deck, but I feel we can still pull this back and win it one way or another, and we're going to try our absolute best to pull this off, boys. So it's going for a giant now, actually, and then I'm going to go in for the bomber behind. What we can do is, oh, he's going to, that's pretty nice from him. What we can do though is maybe go for a good snowball, might be able to keep us up. If we go for the graveyard now, and then we just go for a snowball here, slow down the speed at which it's gonna multiply and get its damage ramped up, and then we're gonna go in for the arrows here for the skeletons. We're not gonna be able to catch all the skeletons. It's a little bit irritating. It's actually gonna work out because we're gonna make sure my bowler hits, and we're gonna get some decent enough damage done with this witch too. So pretty nice for us. Let's go for our. We go for the bats here, and he's going to be able to clean up with the bats, or clean up the bats with his Evo Zap. Can we save this? Yeah, we can. We can defend this. Even if we didn't defend it, I think we would have took the next tower with this attack anyway. But that's 3-0 for today, boys. 3 really nice wins. And yes, guys, this is the deck that we did run for today's video, and as you see, it is so powerful. You know, we have so much just strength between the giant, the bowler, mixed with the graveyard, and I really like the witch implementation in this deck. I think it just makes the deck so much more versatile, well-rounded, counters a lot of things that are playing like really strong right now, and it's just a card you never see, so some people just don't know how to counter it and how to defend it, which is also just so powerful. So if you did enjoy today's video, boys, do be sure to hit that like and hit that subscribe button. It means the absolute world to me. We are trying to hit 1500 by the end of the year, so if you want to help me out of my journey, do be sure to hit that subscribe button, and I will stop waffling now and I will leave you to it. See you all tomorrow for a brand new video, and peace out.